Wow, what an amazing introduction. I believe that all of you would be curious about what topic we are going to talk about today.
Yes, we have Alex today with us, representative of the 𝗵𝗲 𝗕𝗶𝗯𝗯𝗲𝗿'𝘀 which is a cocktail bar that specializes in using locally available produce, which they are mixes. And they are excellent in using locally available ingredients and locally brewed beverages and turning them into modern variation. So here we have Alex all the way from Kuching to share his opinion on what Tuak is. Hello, Mr. Alex.
Hello guys.
Welcome to Joe's Loka. All right, Meru, shall we start with you first? We might have so many questions about Tuak, right?
Yeah. So Alex, I know that Tuak is like a rice wine, right? So can you tell us what is the tradition of Tuak is?
Okay, so when we talk about Tuak, right, tradition-wise, right, from my understanding is that, right, it's usually passed down from their mothers to daughters. So this is how the knowledge of Tuak making is preserved throughout the ages. So there's not actually a handwritten guidebook available you can buy anywhere off the shelves in popular or food stores where you can actually learn how to make Tuak.
Yes.
So each Tuak recipe is actually a closely guarded family secret, and everyone has their own versions and forms their own recipe.
So it's different different families have their own belief on it, right?
When we talk about beliefs, right, I think it's more like certain ethnic groups, as for example, Dayaks, we have the 𝗵𝗲, the beverages, etc. Okay, so they have their own variations of how they want to make their Tuak, and it goes along with the ingredients. But when it comes to beliefs, right, they believe stuff like it's more back then it's what we call superstition, but now we call it modern science. So for back then, they don't believe in putting having lemons inside their room when they're making Tuak, or the Tuak maker is not to be disturbed at all times. But when you actually look at stuff like this, it's actually more like keeping the room sanitary at all times, having clean room. So this is actually one of the small beliefs that they actually have.
I see. I'm so sorry, Mr. Alex, your sound is a bit soft on your side. Maybe you could speak a bit louder?
Sure, not an issue. Okay.
But the audience is like, I can't hear them. I want to know more. Tuak, please talk louder. Okay, all right. All right, just now you say about the Tuak coming from different families, coming from beverages, they have coming from where else? Few other from other Sarawak people itself. What we call them? The 𝗵𝗲, the
𝗵𝗲, the Dayak groups the 𝗵𝗲, the beverages are just one of the examples of them.
I see. Okay, Tuak, we know Tuak is a rice wine, but do you mind to explain what are the difference between Tuak and also the difference between rice wine out there? Maybe you can say the taste. Are there taste difference there? I've never tried Tuak before, but I wonder how's the taste.
Okay, just to give a guide, right? Okay, Tuak is actually more towards the sweet and savory side of what white wines are. What rice wines are. So if you want to look at examples and cross comparisons between the Asian regions of what rice wines there is, in Japan we have sake. In Korea we have soju. Then after that, over in China they actually call it baijiu. Okay, so all three of them, those examples from China, Korea, and Japan, they've really gone through changes in which it has been modernized already in this world. For example, sake, they actually gone through a lot of polishing, filtering the rice grains before they actually ferment it and make it into sake. As for in China, they go through a full distillation process. They no longer really brew it anymore, so that's giving a much higher alcohol percentage. And over in Korea, okay, it's more like a easy to get drunk drink. It's produced everywhere, and it's a party flavored. But however, in Sarawak, okay, it's because the lack of available brewing equipment, available distilling equipment over here, because it's tightly controlled. So traditions passed down from generations to each of their kids and sons, for example, or daughters. Okay, they've been using really, really rudimentary ones. For example, just using a pot, putting in the rice, start the fermentation process. Don't disturb it. After 3 months, 6 months, take it out. Okay, just taste it whether it tastes good. If not, okay, leave it down for a while. So there's no real machinery involved. So it has not really changed in any way since it started from back then to now.
So Tuak can be consumed any time, or is there any specific occasion to consume it?
Okay, personally, if you ask me, I if you have a choice, I think 𝗏 can be consumed at all times. Doesn't matter which time of the day.
So you can enjoy it.
Yeah,
like,
you can enjoy it any
like-
time of time. Actually, in fact, I feel that 𝗏 is actually a really good drink to be enjoyed even during the hot and humid weathers. Okay, because you kind of have a slight refreshing feeling when you actually consume it. But traditionally, 𝗏 has been consumed in like events and celebratory engagements or whatever. Like for example, in the kampongs over here, right? Okay, to welcome guests to the kampong or welcome returning back family members, they actually open a bottle of 𝗏 and everybody just starts drinking and getting drunk after that. Then after that, during weddings, okay, whenever let's just say that a couple gets engaged, okay, their mother or the grandmother, okay, will start making 𝗏. And after that, in 1 year from when they started making, that is the date where they are going to get officially married. Okay, this is when they will bring up the 𝗏. So 𝗏 is actually something it's a beverage that has been ingrained into the culture. Like anything we talk about, okay, there will be 𝗏 around no matter what. Okay, even if we talk about the rest of the festival periods, like for example the Chinese New Year, etc., or maybe say Hari Raya, okay, the local diets also be celebrating by drinking 𝗏. So as long as there's any occasion to be celebrated, 𝗏 will be there.
Oh, it's like everyone like send it as a gift for like wedding gift like that, right? So it's like
Yes.
Chinese, they give like golds and stuff. So this
Correct.
one is like you give 𝗏, it's like very precious to it.
Yes, correct.
Oh.
It's a form of like culture. So in fact, they actually have this whole festival here called the 𝗧𝗵𝗲, where it's actually a harvest festival, where they actually, it's actually a 1 week long festival where they celebrate the harvest, and after that they start drinking 𝗏, they welcome back their family members coming back from the cities, etc.
See, such a nice story with all the coming story from here and there and it goes on. All right, I believe 𝗏 is it has been in Sarawak itself maybe for a longest time. It has been started, say, from the grandmothers, from the great grandmothers. The recipe's been coming down until today. So I want to know, for this era, right, how 𝗏 can be enjoyed in this modern era compared to the previous one.
Well, personally, if you ask me right now, I think chilled 𝗏 will actually be the best, or if they actually enjoy any form of mixed beverages. For example, adding a little bit of, say, orange juice to it can actually give it a different kind of character. Or maybe even mixing in a cocktail that will make it a bit more, say, palatable for those who are new to 𝗏.
I see. All right. Thank you so much for the orange juice and this and that with nice mixture, right? So I think we have coming in questions coming from Yvonne. Where to buy? Need some now for tonight's dinner.
Okay, for any inquiries about 𝗏, where to purchase, etc., we actually do sell our own 𝗏. If I can actually show you over the screen. So we actually have our own master blend version over here. Hope you guys can see it. So this is actually a blend that we bottled ourselves over here at the 𝗵𝗲 𝗕𝗶𝗯𝗲𝗏. And after that, if you are looking for, say, gifts or for any occasions or anything, we actually have the smaller bottles here. Where actually the one in my left hand is actually mulberry 𝗏. On the right is actually original rice. So if you are looking to purchase any form of 𝗏s, you can actually drop us a message and we will attend to you about it. And we can arrange the delivery of anything, right?
Yeah, so they can reach you through the 𝗵𝗲 Instagram, right?
Either the Instagram or the Facebook will be good.
All right, so whoever want to buy 𝗏, I mean, do we have it in here Peninsula now? We never see before, right?
That I'm not very sure. I haven't been to Peninsula since COVID.
So to get, you have to go all the way to Sarawak. So no worries, you can order from Alex through the 𝗵𝗲 𝗕𝗶𝗯𝗲. So we have one more not funny lah. It's
he's like, should 𝗏 be enjoyed on the rocks or straight? Yeah.
Actually, I will highly recommend not to mix the 𝗏 with any ice, because you should view 𝗏 as more like a white wine, red wine equivalent type. So it's over straight, chilled over the glass, and that would be great.
Oh, it's like room temperature, or do need like to add ice cube with it?
Not really. I wouldn't really recommend it because 𝗏 is actually a very low ABV alcohol beverage content beverage. So it's roughly about, say, roughly about 6 to 18%. 18% being like really, really strong.
That's quite high actually.
Yes. So it's actually a very low alcohol percentage. So when there's no need to put ice to actually dilute it. So if you want to enjoy it in cold weather or you want it chilled, I will actually recommend you put it inside your fridge instead.
Oh, okay, okay.
Very nice one. Okay, I mean, we are coming to the end, but I have one question before Veru asks. I have one question. I mean, Tuak have gone internationally, right? So, what does outsiders thoughts of Tuak actually? Have they thoughts? What do they think of Tuak actually?
So for Tuak, right? Okay, I actually brought a Tuak with me to Germany last year. I can't remember already.
Oh.
So we were actually there for a convention when we actually showcased the Tuak. So most of the foreigners slash the participants at exhibition, they actually came with so they find it rather unique. Okay? They find it very unique in terms of the flavor profile. Because when you talk about brewed beverages, normally they'll think about ours is probably carbonated like beer, it's a little bit bitter like beer, or maybe they're expecting something a bit more strong. And when they hear it's actually from a weird part of Asia they had never heard about, okay, so they are very skeptical about it. So I had to explain to them before they try it, the flavor profile and everything. And when they tried, they were actually blown away by the flavors. Because they never expect something from rice could be turned into a savory, slightly sweetish, floral, in some cases herbal beverage.
Oh, I see. So like before we let you go, do you like have any classes or master classes for people who are interested in learning and making the Tuak?
Actually, currently we have master classes for cocktail making. We're actually looking at having a master class for Tuak making in the future. So for our master classes, we actually cover the basics, fundamentals and principles of alcohol, and how do you make drinks, how do you turn into your party animal at home, how do you feel like a professional bartender at home, but you just only watch a YouTube video for 10 minutes. So
maybe we can go join.
Yes.
All right.
Go mix around.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. Thank you so much, Alex. I mean, I have so many questions to ask more, but people be like, I want to know more. I want to know more about Tuak. But unfortunately, we have already come to the end of the session. But you can always know more on Tuak by just hop into the Bible Still account, which you can always look into our social media account at the 𝗲𝗵𝗲. And to know more on Alex or the Bible Still or even the Tuak, you can always hop into our website at 𝗲𝗵𝗲.com. So, Mr. Alex, thank you so much for the amazing insight on the Tuak. Such a good, learning something new about Tuak. So, thank you so much for coming over. So, I will see you again in the next session. Thank you so much, all.
All right. Thank you for having me. Goodbye. Bye-bye.
Bye.